guys, welcome to part 2, a continuation of the first video of what you need to know about opening up a coffee shop. This next one, she and I don't get along well, and that's called financing. Financing is really difficult because it's money. What you're gonna wanna do is get your business plan together, and you're gonna have to go to different banks and you're gonna have to tell them, hey, I want to take out a loan for a business. But finding funding for a startup business, especially in the food industry during a pandemic, is gonna be extremely difficult. And so what I would suggest is going to family and friends first. One of the things that you're gonna need to know in your business plan is how much money are you gonna need? So then you can tell your family and your friends, hey, I need to raise so-and-so by so-and-so. If you are unable to get a loan or to get any type of grants from the state, start doing crowdsourcing. And what that is gonna be any type of online resource that is GoFundMe or Kickstarter. You wanna sit down and take some time in order to look at these platforms and see which one is right for you. Both of them are very different in many ways, but I personally chose Kickstarter. I love that platform because you get to see other entrepreneurs and you get to give back to the community that's giving to you. The next part is very fun, which is branding. You gotta brand yourself, honey. I'm literally branded with my brand. This is when you get to be creative. You get to choose your name, you get to choose your color palettes, you get to choose your logo. You are the boss, you are the owner, and you get to make all the shots. I took a long time doing that. I browsed different branding companies, I browsed different artists, and my shop is a Vietnamese coffee shop. And so when I went into branding, so much of my branding went into my culture as well. And so you got to think about what your brand is going to be. But the branding is going to be so important in this because it needs to be consistent all throughout your social media platforms. And it also has to have an element of you. Really take your time with that. Don't rush into making your logo. Have as many drafts as you want, but branding is key. One of the next things I do suggest is definitely checking with your state health department. Your state will really dictate how you can utilize your cart, where you can utilize it. There are 1,000 permits that you have to pay for and you have to apply for. There's deadlines. There's so many rules that you should probably print out, have it on a list. I'm telling you, the food truck industry, the permitting is probably the most difficult and frustrating and confusing part. You gotta do all of those things before you even start building out your trailer, honey. It's a lot. And so that's why I wanted to come in and talk to you guys about all the steps that I did before build out, just so that you feel really well prepared. 17% of coffee shops fail in the first year that they are open, and only half of all those coffee shops that open stay open in the first 5 years. Those statistics are really scary, and in order to not fail, honey, we need to make sure we are well prepared. And so much of that is making sure you have the knowledge behind the business that you're doing. So I'm gonna leave you with a few more questions to ask yourself at the end of this video, to just ponder and to really sit down with yourself and think about. So the first question is, are you a morning person? If you're not, you might wanna do a different industry, honey, because these mornings are gonna be early. If you're planning on having a trailer, do you have a car that can be hitched to that trailer and can carry it? Do you have coffee experience? A lot of people who start coffee shops don't have coffee experience, and that's okay. That's totally okay. But if you do not have coffee experience, please sit down in a coffee shop a few days a week and just study their mannerisms, study the baristas, study the customers, get to know what it's like to be in a coffee shop. Lastly, what is your long-term goal? This is so important because really, what is it? The long-term goal is really gonna help you with your plan. Okay, everything should be, what do I see for myself and for my life, and will this coffee shop enhance that goal? Is this part of the plan for my future? And I just really encourage you to think about that, because I think about that every day, and that really pushes me towards every single step that I take, every video that I take, every post that I post on Instagram and on Facebook. It's really helping me towards my long-term goal. So those were the questions. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know, because I can go into more detail about more of the build out, more of everything that you need to know about the other stuff. And yeah, good luck, y'all.